I'm still bad at intros.
Oh, man. Okay, Rebel Taxi. Or is it Pan Pizza? What the heck?
Pan Pizza is the name of the guy driving the taxi.
Look, someone needs to say something, and I really didn't want to be the one to do it, but I will. Your dislike for the new Powerpuff Girls show is alright, and I respect your opinion. At least that's what I wish I could say. I believe you have given this show an unjust look over and possess a majorly biased opinion on it. I'm going to look at what you got wrong, as I must critique the critic. Let's begin.
Sugar, spice, and oh, the reboot doesn't do that anymore.
What? You realize the intro on Cartoon Network is not the full intro, right? It does have that part.
Spice. And everything nice. These were the ingredients chosen to create the perfect little girl.
While yes, that is true, it's not in the version that most people see in the show.
Powerpuff Girls 2016 at first feels like the old show, but you eventually realize they managed to screw up everything.
You haven't really watched the new Powerpuff Girls show, have you? And I mean really watched it. Take off those cheap nostalgia glasses and give it a fair chance. Of course it's not going to be like the original. But you know what? The original wasn't that great.
God, it's like the argument a child would make.
It was a good show, and me and my friends loved growing up with it, but it still has its flaws. For one, the animation was good, and it had its own style, but this show's animation is 100 times better!
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Great, he says.
The animation is fluent, and yes, I think it's a great improvement over Craig McCracken's style.
Why is there no one here?
Oh, that's because I arrested all the unsuspicious people.
I still need to go to the bathroom.
You're welcome.
What?
It's an improvement, he says.
And I don't just mean the original animation, I mean Craig McCracken, the creator style in general. I don't like his animation style that much, and if I had to choose between this and this,
Wow. Guess the party's over. Nice.
yeah, I choose the new style. And don't tell me you wouldn't.
Yeah, how dare someone have a differing opinion than you?
Remember all the violence in the old show? Well, they chose to rarely show the impacts anymore.
Pick one of us!
No, they chose to make it similar to the original. Because the creators of the show actually cared, and they wanted fans of the original to appreciate their attention to detail. They rarely even showed the context of the fists in the original show. And not to mention, did you just miss this scene?
Hey there. What you guys so upset about?
Or how about this scene?
Hey! Nobody messes with my sisters!
What about this scene?
Hit me.
That's not my thing anymore.
Fire.
What are you?
Fire.
Hey!
Fire.
All right, you asked for it, Captain Wiggles.
Water. And fire. Water. And fire.
God, you're just all sorts of lazy.
That's why he said they rarely show it. Not that they never show it.
It's amazing that the creators of the show even chose this route, especially with all the dumb parenting shows Cartoon Network has on now. Like Uncle Grandpa, Teen Titans Go, heck, even Gumball now just panders to kids. Not to mention, so you complain about Teen Titans Go when it's just a bunch of pointless filler nonsense trying to keep children's attention. But you also complain when a show actually has a point and a good lesson to teach? Are you ever satisfied?
Those shows you mentioned that panders to kids, those are comedic shows. Now I'm not trying to say having morals in animated comedies don't need to exist. I mean, look at the earlier and newer seasons of SpongeBob. Maybe not all of the episodes have morals, but I know some episodes of SpongeBob that have morals in them. Also, the point about them having their character types explored in those episodes, you don't really mention how they executed it. You just say they tackles their personalities in those episodes, and sure, while it sounds neat in concept, the way it's executed is important.
There's episodes that are remakes of the original Powerpuff, like you can't help but compare and see how generic it is. Remember the one where Buttercup joins a gang? Well, the cool thing about the Green Gang in the original, as opposed to the new roller derby gang, is they didn't copy and paste the same character over.
You mean like Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup are pretty much copy and paste characters?
Okay. What's your point?
See, the Derbitons, we protect our sisters, and that includes sisters of sisters.
Why are you so set on assuming they're just copy and paste villains when you're obviously not even paying attention?
No, he was talking about how they copy and pasted the same model over and over again.
Look at Townsville! It actually feels like a city! It feels like hundreds of people live here!
Except for the fact how seemingly uninhabited the city is in the picture you show.
You know what? Maybe I agree. It doesn't stand separate. It flies off and excels where the original couldn't!
Alright, there's only one way to settle this. Rap battle. Bubs is a judge.
I've been around the block to say it ain't gonna change. And maybe truth of the matter, I ain't made for the same.
You sing so bad, you do it! No me gusta! No me gusta!
You've met a terrible fate, haven't you?
OMG! Yes! You do it! No me gusta!
I agree. The show would have been better if they didn't include those references. It might make it seem a bit dated in the future.
Dude, they were dated before the show came out.
It has the soullessness of a shitty-ass Hollywood live-action adaptation.
The show has so much heart and passion.
Mrs. Rhonda, my favorite marine biologist. I need some advice.
Why, Bubbles, of course.
Not.
Alright, Reboot, I'm calling you out. I see what this is. Good attempt at trying to get some brownie points for tossing in a quote-unquote positive female role model, except you failed miserably. Representation doesn't mean a goddamn thing if the representative doesn't do anything. Why not have Bubbles go to Miss Keene? You know, a teacher that she is established to know personally and learn very good lessons from. This woman is essentially idolized as a role model purely based off of the fact that she's a marine biologist. But you can't assume that all marine biologists are great role models. I'm not saying all marine biologists are terrible people, but as with any type of job, there are plenty of people that are good and plenty of people that are bad. There's plenty of corporate business owners that take full advantage of their employees, and there's other business owners that happen to treat their employees with equal respect. It's all a matter of the individual cases. If this woman is supposed to be a role model, we need to see what makes her a role model. You don't get credit for throwing in a character and saying she's a good role model because she's a marine biologist. We don't see her helping animals. We don't see her helping Bubbles. We have no reason to believe that she is a great person. That's all I'm saying. Ultimately, this is a very transparent attempt at appealing to a certain topic or issue, and you can see right through it. But hey, whatever.
And there are parts and moments that really show that the creators did their homework when making this show. For example, when the girls blink, they get an upside down U in their eyes. Look at their phones. They may be smartphones, but they have the face of the original phone on them. The creators could have just taken that out. They could have ignored that entirely, but no, they actually cared about the show.
Hey, girls! What's crack-a-lackin'?
You're out of touch. I'm out of time.
At least it certainly didn't keep my attention, and I actually grew up with this show. Not like you wannabe. Shut up and stay away from this show, because you don't have to watch it by every little meaning of that phrase.
Oh, it's every idiot's favorite argument, the don't watch argument, which pretty much tells a person, you're wrong for not liking this.
A good show. Heck, maybe even a great show. If you can't see that, then my argument that you don't have to watch it is totally true.
Wow, it's the don't like it, don't watch it argument again. Are you related to Moss Boss in some way? Just asking.
Just ignore it. I mean, I don't like regular show, but you don't see me picking it apart. I just don't watch it. You know why? I should hope so, because I'm not telling you the obvious answer to that. Unless I have to.
Oh my god, 3 times in a row. You really are Team Moss Boss. When was there a encounter?
Fatality.
You are the most pathetic edgelord I have ever seen. Okay, final thoughts time. I feel sorry for you. You must have such a small brain because any normal person can realize how awful the 2016 reboot is. Anyways, I'm going to end this video now. I hope you all have a nice day. And don't be a bully.